In this video, I'll go over why you should store your images in formats like AVIF or WEBP instead of PNG or JPG or JPEG, however it's pronounced. In the file that you see on the screen, I have some images in the 4 different formats. I'm gonna show you those images as well in a little while in the image preview app so we can compare the difference and see which format you like the best. The program that I'm using right now is Neovim. You don't need to use that. I'll show you how to convert the images. So first of all, what are these AVIF and WEBP formats? Here you can see what AVIF is. It's a new image format based on the AV1 video codec. AVIF aims to provide significant improvement in both image quality and file size compared to existing formats such as JPEG and WebP. This codec was initially designed for video streaming applications, offering better compression and image quality than its competitors. And now moving on to WebP, an image format developed by Google in 2010, better compression than JPEG while maintaining a similar file size. Notice that it supports transparency and animations. Let me now show you the difference between these files in size. Okay, so I'm in the preview app here. I have the same image that was converted to the 4 different formats: PNG, AVIF, WebP, JPG. You will notice here on the right hand side that I have the inspector open, shows you the file size. And you can also see here the resolution of the image. Let me make this full screen so we can go over each one of them. Okay, so here's a PNG. Notice that this one is almost a meg. And I go down to the next one. This is AVIF. It's 100 kilobytes. And let me go up again so you can compare the difference in quality. You will notice that they're pretty similar. This is the PNG again. Let me go back down again to AVIF, quite the same. You may see some artifacts in the video recording, but I'll show you how to convert the images in a little while so you can test this for yourself. Notice here that it looks darker, but I don't see an overall loss in quality. Let me go down to the next format. We have WebP here. It looks a little bit more compressed. The images look with less quality, especially here where I have transparency. But notice the size, it's a little bit bigger than AVIF. JPEG, it's bigger. Quality is decent. Let's move on to the next image. It's the same image, just with the light theme. Notice the size, almost 1 meg. Let me go down to AVIF right now. Here's AVIF, 116 kilobytes. Same resolution, same image, but it's way smaller. And the quality is really decent. This is WebP, a little bit bigger than AVIF. And here we have JPEG, which is twice the size. Pay really close attention to the next image. This is a PNG, but it has transparency all over the place. Notice the size of this image due to the transparency. It's almost 5 megs. But notice what happens with the AVIF format, 378 kilobytes. Same image. Quality is really great with this format and transparency. I hardly notice a difference. We go down to WebP. Quality is not as great. I can see it in here in the transparent sections, but it's still decent enough. If we move down, we have JPEG here. Quality is decent, but the file size is bigger. And I have one last image here, one with a really low quality, 195 kilobytes. AVIF is 7 kilobytes. WebP is 9 kilobytes. JPEG 25 kilobytes. Now keep in mind that these images are quite large. You will not display an image like this on your website. You're gonna display it in a smaller size, maybe like this. And if I compare this to a PNG, let me make it the same size. There I have both images in the same size. If I change between them, you will not notice a difference. But the file size is way different. And why is it important? Because if you want to have these images uploaded on the internet, on your blog post, for example, it's going to load way faster. Like here in my blog post, all of these images are AVIF. Notice this here, AVIF. If this was a PNG, my blog would take way longer to load. Other reason besides loading time is file size. I take notes in Neovim, and sometimes I save screenshots, and I add those screenshots to my markdown file. I configure the plugin so that when I paste an image in a markdown file, it automatically converts it to AVIF, and that saves a lot of space in my Obsidian repo, which is where I keep all my notes. Now let me show you a simple way to convert the images to the different formats so you can test this for yourself. Let me jump to my home directory. Notice the files that I have in this directory. 3 PNG images. Each one of them is 2.9 megs. I have a script that is going to convert all these images to the 4 formats that we were working with. I have 2 ways of calling the script. If I don't pass an argument, it's going to convert all the images in the directory in which I run the script. And the other way is to pass the path as an argument, and it's going to convert all the images in that directory. And I use this way right now because I'm already in the directory in which I want to convert the images. So I'm just going to use this. I'm going to hit enter here to run the script. It's converting the images right now. It takes a few seconds. Now I'm going to list the files that I have here, and I have the original file. It's going to remain there. And here are the new files. I attached the extension to the file name just to differentiate them, but you can modify that to your liking. Pay close attention to the image sizes. Original size 2.9 megs, converted 2.5 megs, same extension PNG, AVIF to 31 kilobytes. JPEG is bigger, WebP is smaller in this case. But I use AVIF all over the place because I like its quality better and the size as well. Let me show you these files in Finder. Here they are. Here's the original image, and here is converted to the different formats. Let me scroll up. You can see the file sizes there and the quality as well. There's something that you need to keep in mind when you use these formats, AVIF and WEBP, and that is compatibility. On this side, you can see how compatible the file formats are with the different browsers. AVIF, for example, is compatible with most of the browsers nowadays, except for Internet Explorer 11. No comments there. And Opera Mini, it seems. So if you use that browser, keep that in mind. But other than that, all of the newest browser versions are supported. And if we move on to WebP, you will notice that it's not compatible only on Internet Explorer 11, but no one uses that, so no big deal. I have used AVIF. My blog post uses AVIF. I can see notes in Obsidian using the AVIF formats. I can see them on my phone. Personally, I haven't had any issues with the AVIF image format and compatibility, but this is just something that you need to keep in mind. Let me show you the script that I use. First, I check if an argument is provided. If not, I use the current directory. Make sure that the directory is valid. Here's where I specify the formats. You can add other formats here. I also set the quality here for the conversions. You can set this to a different value as well. And here's a for loop that converts all the images. Modify the file name. Here's the command that does it. So in case you don't want to use the script, just use a single command. You can grab this part. This script is not uploaded to GitHub yet, but I will upload it. And I'm going to leave it in the video description in case you want to grab it. To convert the images, you're going to need a tool, which is ImageMagick. I use it on macOS, but I think it's also available in Linux. In my blog post, I have the instructions on how to get ImageMagick. Here's the article. You just need to jump to the ImageMagick section. This is a quite large article because I go over how to view and paste images in Neovim. If you want to go over it, I have a video about this. You'll be able to find that on the top right corner. But if you don't and you just want to get the tool itself, first you need to make sure to install it. Make sure that it was installed. And this is a really important step that you don't need to miss. When you install the tool, it's going to install all its dependencies, but just make sure that you're not missing any. You will be able to see that at the bottom of the install command. If you see an X here, make sure that you install this dependency as well. Here's how you can install it, only if it's missing. Let me go to the repo to make sure that it's available for different operating systems. And open this here. If you like this, make sure to start it because it's a great tool. It's open source. And here under what is ImageMagick, we can see that it's written in C and it can be used on a variety of operating systems, including Linux, Windows, and macOS. So that's not going to be a problem then. If you have another way of converting images, leave a comment down below. I'd like to learn more. I think I covered everything that I needed, but if you have any questions, let me know down below. Okay, so that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.